don't beat yourself up. Just keep trying, you know. Determination. Because I'm telling you right now, there's no better feeling in the world than when you reveal something that you made and it's freaking awesome. It's a great feeling. Alright, so now that I've got it all colored around, I'm going to go here and I'm going to squeeze as much in the cracks as I can. This part is kind of tricky because there's a lot of like layers here, so alright guys, now that we've got the mouth dyed up, we're going to do the eye. Same thing, we're going to go around the edges here, close to where the sinew is. The eye is not as time consuming and not as difficult because there's not so many folds. I had to make sure to get in between all the folds. And I want to show you guys in the mouth when you're dyeing it. If you pinch it like this and pinch it like that, it ensures that the dye is actually going to go through all these, because there's a ton of folds here, so make sure that the dye will, you know, squeeze in, make sure you get it in all those folds here. Anyways, we'll finish here with the thickened black. This one's easier too because you can kind of pull the folds apart and get up in there and make sure that you got it all covered. See, we would use just regular dye without the thickener, but unfortunately on this particular design it would probably leak through and mess up the emoji face. So alright, so we got that side done. Let me kind of flip this over here and see how we're looking over here. Alright. Sorry guys, this is the most time consuming part here, is this part. But also very important. Alright. So our eye and our mouth is done. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and take this band off here. Gotta be careful because I don't wear gloves. I should, but I don't. It's your personal preference. I would recommend wearing gloves if you don't want to get dye in your hands. What I do is I spray Clorox cleanup on them and it gets it right off, but a lot of people are sensitive to bleach, so that's just a personal preference thing. Alright guys, so the colors I have set up for this one are lemon yellow, peach, we're going to try a peach, hot pink, lime squeeze, robin's egg, periwinkle, and light lilac. We have done a few of this particular tapestry, but we've always used darker colors. So I figured, what the heck, we'll try some different colors and do a little bit of a lighter color scheme on this one. So I'm excited to see how it turns out. Alright, I'm going to flip that back around. So normally on the emoji face we do a bright yellow. These are all from Dharma Trading Company. That's where we get most of our dyes. But today we're going to do a lemon yellow. This is more of a lemon yellow. This is more of a neon shade of a yellow. So just kind of switching it up a bit, you know, doing something different. Alright, I'm just going to put this down on this face like that. Make sure to saturate the whole thing. Oh, I forgot. I gotta do a line around the outside too. Okay, so hang on, we'll do that here in a second. Alright guys, one more thing. We gotta use this black thickened dye again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a line, an outline on it. So around this piece of sinew here, we are going to take the thickened dye and we're going to do a line. Just like this. Try not to get any of the dye from my fingers anywhere. It's the one negative thing about not wearing gloves. But I managed to work through it most of the time. Alright, so we're going to do a line. Kind of let it soak in for a second. Alright, wipe my fingers. And we're going to flip it over to draw that line on the other side. Pull it down here so the dye doesn't get from the rack onto the rest of the tapestry. Alright, and we're just going to finish our line over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this rack right here, this is our favorite way to tie-dye. We do all liquid dyeing. There's a bunch of different methods of tie-dyeing that you can do, but we do all liquid dyeing. Rack like this comes in very handy. We got it for 12 bucks at Walmart. These are just cake pans at the bottom to catch the extra dye with. So, but one thing you always want to make sure to do when you're tie-dyeing is wipe your rack. Make sure you have a cleaning rag handy so you can clean off your rack, so that way it doesn't mess up the rest of your tapestry if you get some of the colors left over. Alright guys, so on this particular design, we do something a little bit differently. We found out that it turns out really cool. We just kind of came up with it one day, and it always turns out neat, so we're going to go ahead and just do that. Alright, so on this one we're going to do diagonal lines, okay? So I'm going to take my hot pink, and I'm going to do a diagonal line like this. Okay, so, oh boy. See, I got a little splash up there on the yellow, so one good way, like if you splash the wrong color on something, is to real quick take that color, like the yellow, kind of rinse it out. It's just a little dot. It's not going to make that big of a difference. Anyways, make sure to get both sides and get all of it if you can. And I'm going to go ahead and go down a little bit farther with that diagonal line. Okay, so you're going to want to do like a full saturation as much as you can. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my peach, and I'm going to do the same thing. Come up diagonally right here. Use the lemon yellow again to do my diagonal line here. Okay. I think these colors are going to be really cool. Alright, then we're going to do lime squeeze. Alright, make sure to saturate it through. We're going to do the other side too, but you want to make sure it's fully saturated. Alright. Then we're going to do the robin's egg. Oh, I take the lid off. That might help. Alright. I tend to be a fan of the lighter colors. Sean likes the darker colors, so I don't know, I just think they're pretty. See, this is starting to look not very diagonal to me, so I'm going to try to make sure that it's a little bit more diagonal. And, you know, we just came up with this one day. We were dyeing just to kind of see how it would look, and we were very pleased with the results. It just kind of gives it, we'll show you guys in the reveal video, but it just kind of gives it like a cool definition colors, so I don't know how to explain that, but it just looks cool. So alright, get this in here. This is periwinkle, like I said. This is like a good in-between shade. I always use it for like my indigo on anything that's rainbow. Alright, and we're going to do lilac. I call this one light lilac because from Dharma, one of the colors that we get is a lilac, and I just use half of the amount that I'm supposed to, just because I like a lighter shade. Anyways, and it still works. It doesn't like wash out any lighter or anything like that. I'm not really liking that, guys, though, because I think that it's a little bit too close to the periwinkle. So I'm going to fix this by, let's see, what do you think, blue violet or gray? Blue violet? Alright, we're going to do some blue violet, guys, over the top of that. And I do apologize. Sometimes you got to make quick decisions. I just want the periwinkle and the next color to stand out from each other a bit. So, blue violet is a beautiful shade. I love it, love it, love it. Alright, so, then we're going to start back over with the pink. peach here. Make sure to get it all the way down in there. This little fold it in here. And then we're going to finish this off with yellow. Alright. Alright, so now it's time to flip it over. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot this over for a second. I'm going to wipe this part of the rack, especially this yellow end down here. And we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do this. Oh, just a sec. I'm going to make sure I got this all the way. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and flip this. Alright, guys, so this. Alright, so we're going to continue on with our diagonal lines. We're going to come down here with the hot pink. Make sure you got enough color on there, enough dye. Okay, and then this is the peach. Okay. Another one of our favorite things to make is the emoji t-shirt. I had made one for me and my best friend, and I love wearing it.
Twinkies.
Super cute. Yeah. Yeah. She's most definitely my best friend on planet Earth, and I made me and her both a bunch of matching shirts, so. Of course, everything looks cuter on her, so everything I make for her, I'm like, oh, I gotta have one. Alright. Robin's egg. Robin's egg is a beautiful shade to me. Love it. There's just certain colors, I mean, I just love. And we do plan it. We're going to try to make up a color chart to show our customers at some point, just so that way they can see exactly what colors we have. But we have a ton of colors, and we just ordered a bunch more from a different company, so we're excited to get those in, see what they look like. Alright, here's your, oh, I'm using the light lilac. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, let me do the blue violet here, just so it has a more of a different shade than the periwinkle. I didn't really plan that out very well. So we'll just do the blue violet instead, just so it stands out a little bit more. Okay. Alright. And then we're going to do the hot pink here, just like last time. Make sure it's fully saturated. Throw on a little peach here. And finish it off with yellow. Alright guys, so we are going to let this sit for 48 hours, and then we will do a reveal on this, and we're getting ready to post another tutorial on a heart tapestry here in just a minute, so we will probably reveal both of those items at the same time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you don't mind putting a comment down below letting us know what you think of the video, any questions, comments, any ideas you have for tutorials in the future, anything you've seen us make that you would like us to show you how to make, please just let us know. And alright, time to wrap it up.
Deuces.